Wrong pipe. Wrong pipe on that water sip. We're coming in sharp after Labor Day. Wait, don't they say you can't wear white after Labor Day, Sean? Am I allowed to wear this hat?
Yeah, I think that's just for shirts.
Yeah,
I believe it's just shirts. Hats don't count. Hats you can wear white at any time.
Okay. Hats are good. White hats everywhere. It's just shirts.
Yeah, just shirts.
Okay. Well, let's get it going. Sean, it's Spin of the Morning. Episode 51, Shawnee. Past the half-century mark. yeah.
I guess the half-century right after Labor Day, baby.
Yeah. I guess every episode from here on out is technically past the half-century mark, but hey, we're taking it live. Tuesday, September 2nd. Yesterday was Labor Day. We had a good weekend that we can recap as well, plus Labor Day shenanigans all around the league. Presented by Off Base Media. Shawnee, how are you doing post-Labor Day bullshit? How are we?
Feeling fantastic. Great weekend. Great Labor Day weekend. Also great because the Phillies picked up the best win of the season last night. Yep. Best win. Everybody contributed. Bottom of the lineup looks unreal. Just hope they aren't getting too hot too early. We need them later. But wow, that was a playoff game last night.
Yeah,
just straight up a playoff game last night.
Dogfight, and everyone did their jobs. You know, it's good to see Durant come into those high leverage situations. I mean, he's been doing it.
Yeah. And he's looked a little shaky. I saw a stat that ever since he got hit in the foot, his numbers went up and stuff like that. Yeah. So, there's reason to worry a little bit because they're like, well, is he injured? Well, last night he came in, shut the door. We love that.
Yeah, and I think it maybe took him an outing or two to maybe figure out his foot bullshit. But that's something, that was his landing foot or whatever, so it's going to set you back a little. But yesterday to just really shut the door, and he even when he did have the foot bullshit, and it was kind of like iffy, not it is, but it was, but it wasn't. You still kind of trust him like a motherfucker. He comes in, you're like, okay, great, game's over. And he did that against a really good team yesterday, and they got good timely hitting as well. Stick with the theme though, because Garrett Stubbs is up.
It's good. It's good to get him back up, get him back in the mix. Just at least he's not going to play a whole lot, but just to be a veteran, just be a vet.
And a clubhouse guy.
Bring some vibes, bring the clubhouse back up, because the next topic we're going to get into seems to be, it probably isn't doing anything. We're just going to read into it. But Stubby, welcome home.
Welcome home. And you alluded to, well, also, we should talk about this really quick. I think he's one of 3 catchers on the roster right now.
He is. So he's strictly up there to pinch run. He won't ever catch. Like Marshawn, he's just there to party.
He's there to control the ox.
Yeah, because the Phillies have all their rotation guys now. Like, they know who's going to play they have Sosa for the infield, so they switch him out with Bohm, Stott, when, they want Harper to DH. He gets thrown into the mix and stuff, and Schwarber will play the outfield. Now we have Bader, Kepler, Marsh. We have everybody we need. Like, the backup catches Marshawn, that's been basically set in stone for a while now. So he strictly has come up to be a vibes guy, be a clubhouse guy. That's all he came up for.
I love it. Well, yeah, but continue down the Philly path, what you were going to say about the bullpen, because Stubbs, not the bullpen, the clubhouse. The Stubbs is like the good news, and then you kind of have some ugly shit going on with Casty. I don't know the full story. I've heard shit. It's kind of resurfaced because Casty, we remember talking about this months ago in that Marlins series. He gets taken out of the game for defensive purposes. He kind of chirps at Rob Thompson, maybe puts him on blast, and then sits the next day. Now I guess shit between Castellanos and Rob Thompson has come up again. What's the deal with this?
It's not. I don't even know if it's with Rob, but. So this is where I land on this. It's hard to kind of pick a side. So he got subbed out again in the 9th for fielding purposes again. Reporters then after the game asked him if he, it was something like along the lines of, is it frustrating to get pulled for defensive purposes, late in the game? And Castellanos said yes. Which, listen, I respect him not wanting to come out of the game. I respect it. If he were to say this and that just be that, I wouldn't have any problem with it. But the only reason I think people have a problem with it is because, one, he's been extremely bad in the field. Yes, he's made some great plays. He threw out somebody he threw out Matt Olson at home this past weekend to keep the lead. Like, he has some moments of brilliance, but then other times he is so ungodly bad out there. So, and then you pair that with his comments from before, it's gonna be, you're in Philly, dude. It's gonna be a mixture. People are going to read into that stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna happen. And then on top of that, Trey Turner's walk-off, Castellanos slides into home plate, doesn't celebrate with the team. Guess what? Can't do that in Philly, Cassie. People are going to read into that stuff. So my ultimate take on it is Rob Thompson's handling the situation right. Castellanos should be getting subbed out in the ninth for a better defensive outfielder, 100%. Bader should be playing every day. Marsh right now should be playing every day as well. He's hitting the shit out of the ball. So if he has to rotate Kepler and Cassie, guess what? You're getting rotated. We're getting down to a very important baseball. Very important baseball. We're trying to, our magic number's at like 20. We need to get some wins in here, right? So ultimately, like, Castellanos is just gonna have to suck it up. This is your role now, and you got to play your role. But on the back end, I respect him not wanting to come out of the game.
Yeah, he's a dog. He does play with an edge. I wish he would channel that edge differently, because you said you can't do that in Philly. Oh, you could do that on a playoff team that's not a punch their ticket. I mean, that sucks. You have to be closer than ever at this point. Phillies, when they went on that run, Dancing on My Own, whatever the fucking song was, they seemed like they were the closest ever, and it seems like over the past few seasons, maybe they're getting sick of each other. Maybe not. Maybe that's just too much, but you get the point. They were real fucking close not that long ago. They got to find that again, and hopefully Casty isn't like the cancer in that locker room that maybe he's being made out to be. Maybe we're reading into it too much. And I will also say, what will I say? I don't know. Hold my thought. What were you going to say?
Castellanos wants some respect on his name from his past, kind of like in the past postseasons. He's actually been pretty good. Like he's hit pretty well in the past postseasons. His defense wasn't terrible in the past postseasons. But guess what? We have to live in the now. We can't do this past shit anymore. Yeah. We need to win. We need to live in the now. We don't know what next year is going to look like. We have to get it done. And if that means you're not a part of it, you need to be a veteran guy and cheer these guys on. Now, listen, I don't know what's happening behind closed doors. I have zero fucking clue. But once again, we always say it. Don't let assholes like us give us fuel to talk about something. Yep. Don't give us anything. And Castellanos loves giving the people something to talk about. He's a man of the people. He loves giving them something to talk about.
It's no secret that you do. Yeah, he does. There's no secret that you do have to win this year, or else, like, when the fuck do you? And that's been the vibe for a while now. But also, if you don't, and this shit continues, bye-bye at the deadline next year, Nikki. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't have this around, like a team that's trying to vibe all together. You got a lot of veterans in there. It's a very delicate clubhouse. And when you got Castellanos swinging at things out in the other batter's box, I can understand where the frustration's coming from. Because guess what? His whole entire 10 years of Philly, he has never once changed his approach to the plate, which I can kind of respect, because he's going to swing and he's going to get his hacks in. But guess what, Nick? Your on-base percentage could be so high because nobody throws you strikes anymore. For good reason, because you swing at all of them.
Well, hey, the good news is Stubby's there, so there's the vibe guy, there's the clubhouse guy. If there was any reason to worry about the clubhouse, it comes at a good time where rosters expand, and now you can get fucking Stubby back up in the mix to be the ox guy, control the ox. Here's some other shit around the league. Aaron Judge hits career home run number 358. I don't know when that was. Sunday, maybe? Over the weekend? Ties him with Yogi Berra, 5th all-time on the Yankees home run leaderboard. So he's 5th all-time in Yankee history, tied with Yogi. 361 would tie him with DiMaggio. He's at 358. One more homer would put him, stand alone in 5th? Right now he's tied for 5th. Is that what that means? And then 361, which isn't that far off, would then tie him with DiMaggio. And then after that, it's a big leap to, like, the fucking Garrigs and the 500 home run guys, and fucking Babe Ruth has like 600 something with the Yankees alone. So it's a big gap there, and but in terms of just what's happening in the here and now, cool for Aaron Judge. He's just continues to do stuff for his legacy.
He's gonna be a 500 home run hitter.
You think so?
I don't think there's any. I think there's no doubt. I think he plays at least 5 more years.
At least. What is he? 33.
Yeah, I think he'll hit 500, like, no doubt in my mind.
33.
Now, granted, he's not going to keep these stats up for the rest of his career, but I don't think the power is ever going to go anywhere. He's a ginormous human.
Yeah, and that was always the thing with him. But by the way, Gehrig 493, Mantle 536, Babe Ruth with the Yankees at 659, obviously over 700 in general. But yeah, and that was the thing with Judge, right? It was like, how do these big motherfuckers? How do they age? How do they, longevity? Because you never see a 6'7" dude roaming the outfield, really, not that much. And it's like, oh, how is he gonna? We never seen this. We'd have nowhere to where to compare him. All that shit. So I like to think maybe if he even just transitions to a DH. I don't know. He played center field all last year. Now he's back in right, and now he's maybe DHing more now because of the injury. But yeah, I mean, there's never a knock on his D, and fucking now he's just juicing shit. Well, a big thing for him would be get a fucking ring, Aaron.
Yeah,
but we'll get there when we get there, I guess. There's been some other home run shit around the league, Sean. That's probably the coolest one. But these next three, rank these next three in terms of level of importance or level of coolness or however you want to rank them, whatever your scale determines. But there's some three notable home run shit that had happened yesterday. Okay, we'll start with this one on Monday. Trevor Story hits a home run 306 feet right by that pesky pole. It actually barely went out. It's like, well, no shit, but it was like a home run. Like Big Christmas is back in the majors, and he's playing right field. It kind of goes off his glove and maybe bounces off the pole.
They ruled that a home run.
That's a home run, baby. Yeah.
Oh my! I didn't know they ruled that. I saw the video. I thought they ruled it a foul ball.
Yeah, no, they ruled that a fucking home run. It went 306 feet, which marks the second shortest non-inside the park home run since 2015. So that's number one. Number two, Rafael Devers hits home run number 29. The reason that's important is because the Giants haven't had a player with 30 or more home runs since Bonds did it in 2004. So they've gone since 2004 till now. The Giants never have had a player with 30 or more since 2004. And they've had 3 fucking rings since then. They just haven't had home run hitters. Devers. Now, I don't know where you're going to rank that because 15 of those have happened in Boston. But he did hit number 29, so he'll probably be the first Giant since 2004 with 30 or more homers. And then Soto hits a grand slam on Monday. We're going to talk more about Soto, but the reason why that's important, if and maybe it's not important to you, you're the ranker, but it's his first home run this season with more than one runner on base. Kind of weird, right?
Which is kind of wild.
It is kind of wild.
Yeah.
And he has 36 home runs. It's the first one that hasn't been a solo shot or a 2-run homer. So that's his first one. So the Story, Devers, Soto. How do you rank them? 1, 2, 3. What's cool? What's the dumbest of them all?
I think so these are all actually pretty interesting for their own reasons, and I'm going to go through them before I rank them. So the Story one ranks pretty high on how ironic it is. Because I always hear Boston fans giving Yankees fans shit for the Mickey Mouse Club, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse field. But guess what? I've seen some 2 pretty short home runs that would have only gone out in Fenway, because of that right field.
Yeah,
how they divots there.
Everyone's scared to shit on Fenway. Oh, it's the great Fenway. Been around since 1908 or 1912, one of the two. I toured it once. Forget the exact. And everyone's scared to shit on it. No, yeah.
So that's for an ironic standpoint, that's pretty funny.
Yeah,
that's happened. But then you get the Devers thing is extremely interesting because it's not like the Giants have just sucked since 2004. They have 3 World Series since that time, and they didn't have a single 30, which is wild because we know it's a pitcher's ballpark out there, but still 30 home runs. I feel like somebody would have hit that. Posey, I guess, was a contact hitter.
Yeah.
But you have even a Pablo Sandoval didn't get it.
Bobby never did. And here's another I want to talk about ironic. San Francisco down the right field line is actually shorter than Yankee Stadium too.
Yeah, which is wild. But I guess they have the divots and everything and stuff like that.
Yeah, well they don't have the porch. Theirs goes it's short and then goes out. Where Yankee Stadium is a short porch. But the Yankees, for as much shit you want to give right field, and Fenway's the shortest down the right field line. San Fran the second, and then it's the Yankees, I think. So. There's a couple right there, fucking just off the rip. I figured I should mention.
But Soto, first home run this season with more than one runner on base. It gives me flashbacks to a Kyle Schwarber time when Kyle Schwarber was hitting leadoff and he had 40 home runs. But guess what? 80 RBIs. You know what I mean? So maybe they got to move him further back. What is he hitting? 2 or 3?
I don't know where Devers hits in the lineup, but I'm
no. I'm talking about Soto.
Oh, Soto. I think he's been hitting 2 a lot.
This year. So maybe moving back a little bit, but it's obviously working because we're going to talk about it in a little bit. But Soto's been putting together one hell of a year. But if I'm going to rank them, the most shocking is, to me, it's the Giants not having a 30 home run hitter since Bonds in 04. So that'd be number 1. Number 2, I'm going to put the Soto Grand Slam. And then 3, I'm going to put Story. But I don't want to discredit the Story situation because guess what, Red Sox fans, you gotta grow up a little bit and realize that you might have the Green Monster, which is awesome. I'm not trying to shit on Fenway at all. I'm just trying to shit on Red Sox fans for being kind of little pricks about it, when in reality theirs is the shortest porch in all of baseball.
Yeah, and I don't even know what that argument is. The goal of the whole shitting on the short porch. What's the goal of that argument? Like, I just don't understand the whole our ballpark's deeper than yours. Like, so what you're saying is the Yankees haven't been under 500 since 92. New Yankee Stadium has been around since when fucking 09 was the inaugural season. So they haven't been under 500 since the new Yankee Stadium. Are you saying that if it's such a hitter's park, then they're always winning, or they're pitching? Is they have the best staffs ever? Like, that's what I hear. So anyway, it's just like the dumbest argument. What does it mean? And there's dimensions in the Yankee Stadium. I hear it a lot. Mets fans talk about it too. There's dimensions in Yankee Stadium that are deeper than dimensions in Queens. And by the way, center field in Yankee Stadium and center field at Shitty Park, Shitty Field are the same. It's the same dimensions to that dead center field. There's home runs. Stanton hit a ball off the Yankee Stadium wall not that long ago, and it would have been a homer in 20 out of the 30 stadiums. So I don't know what to fucking tell you. I think it's beautiful that the dimensions to every ballpark are unique. So if everyone else is a piece of shit.
It's just they love giving everybody. They love discrediting Judge. That's what it is.
And Judge doesn't even need the short porch.
And when he goes opposite field and he gets out, people are like, oh, I want to, like.
And if it was, thank God, the short porch there, else John Smoltz wouldn't have anything to say. Anytime he covers that game, John Smoltz, fuck you, John. I mean, I like John Smoltz for as long as I could tolerate him for. I'm like, it's a Hall of Famer, it's John Smoltz, and now I think we're all at a point as a society. Smoltz,
I hate him right off the bat. And when they let him announce that Phillies Braves series way back when, the first playoff series. All he did was shit on Philly, which I can respect. You rooting for your home team. Well, guess what? You're not on a fucking private bar. You're not on a what am I looking for here? Like your own team's broadcast. You're on a national broadcast, dude. Come on.
Yeah. Well, anyway, let's bring it back home, because the only thing about that Soto thing that he's first home run with more than one runner on base, which is crazy at first glance. Would it tell? And you made a good point. Yeah, he's batting second, like notoriously. I think he's been batting second all year. So that's fine. But what it tells me is 2 things. One, bottom of the order must suck in Queens.
Yeah, for real, dude.
But 2, also, if they are good, he's also probably getting up with two outs at times if they are turning the lineup back around. So maybe there's a lot of times there's 2 outs. Maybe there's times when Lindor clears the bases. I don't know, because I think Lindor leans off. So he does have that. There is stuff along those lines, but also maybe if there are 2 outs, maybe he's shortening up and not trying to go yards. So which is a positive thing to say about Soto and how he hits. And then speaking of that, let's go into him, because we've talked about him a while back being a cheeky bastard. He was on the cheeky bastard list because he continues to set career highs in stolen bases. I think we said 12 stolen bases might have been his career high. And at the time, he was pushing 20, or maybe he was at 20, and he was a 20-20 guy. Now he's at 26. This wasn't that long ago. He's been stealing bases at a very high rate. So he's at 26. He's pushing to be a 30-30 guy, which I think is important to talk about. And I think you can make a very good argument. On the National League side, it's probably Ohtani, number 1, that is the MVP. And then the challenger this year seems to be Schwarber. I think you make a case that Soto should be definitely top 3, if not top 2. And Soto over Schwarber for top 2. And I hate that I'm advocating for Soto.
Who do they have at 3? Like right now, betting odds wise.
I'd have to look. So we do a check?
Yeah.
I even have my fucking password.
Hold on, I got it.
Come on, be good to me. Scan my face. Nice. Don't you hate when it asks your fucking password?
I know, and then you don't know your. I have 6 different passwords. And I don't write any of them down.
I got 7. I probably have 7 different passwords.
Where is it?
Oh, it's Dinger Tuesday, by the way.
Oh, they got Machado at 3.
Woo! When where's Soto at?
5 behind Skeens.
Okay, giving Skeens love, but you have an award for the pitcher, so if you want to, I'm okay with.
Well, this is the Bet MGM. This is their odds.
Okay, I'm okay if Soto had the second highest odds.
So they have Shohei at -800 right now, and then Schwarber plus 400, Manny Machado plus 10,000, Skeens plus 15, Soto plus 20,000.
I'm in the championship in this one fantasy league. I got Soto and Schwarber on the same damn team, baby. So
wow.
Yeah. Anyway, Soto. The reason I make this point is because he is flirting with a 30-30 season. Now, what Schwarber is sexy is because he is at 49 homers.
Yeah.
He's going to have over 50. And he's already at 119 ribbies. So I don't know if he leads the world in RBIs, but he's going to be in that conversation of the biggest, baddest ribby dudes in all of baseball, the biggest, baddest home run dudes in all of baseball. But let's face it, it's not like Soto doesn't do shit in that department. He's going to have close to 40 home runs, and he's at 90 ribbies right now with whatever the month of September to go. So you figure he flirts with 40 home runs. He has over 100 ribbies. His batting average is higher. They're both around 250. Soto's a little over 250 at 257. Schwarber's a little under 250. So the numbers are comparable. Okay. I would assume the on-base stuff is comparable too, because Soto's notorious on-base guy and Schwarber is a notorious on-base guy too. I would assume the on-base stuff favors Soto.
Yeah, he's got him in on-base by 20 points. Slugging Schwarber has, and then OPS Schwarber has as well.
It's probably close OPS.
Yeah, it's 0.03 off.
Whew. But the numbers are comparable nonetheless. The difference maker, and even the runs scored now, because Soto's at 90 ribbies, where Schwarber's already at over 100 ribbies. But you look at runs scored, Schwarber is at 96, where Soto's at over 100 already. So like everything is very close. The difference maker to me is Soto's doing a little bit. Maybe this is the fantasy owner talking, because those stolen bases are very sexy. Still with a better batting average. I do value batting average more than most people. But Soto, who's going to flirt with a 30-30 season still with 40 home runs and 100 ribbies, he's still doing shit that is still very good. And he plays the field. And I know he's not getting paid to play defense, but I don't think his defense is as bad as people make his defense to be out like it's like the worst fucking thing in the world.
Schwarber's played left field like 3 times this year.
But Soto, people make his glove to be like the worst. I think it's actually like we actually are maybe underrating his defense the more we shit on it, because I don't think it's not great. It's not pretty. He doesn't get paid to do it, but I don't think it's that bad. I do think he does have the best arm in the Phillies in the Mets outfield. So I hate that I'm advocating for the Mets, and I hate that I'm advocating for Soto. I want to see Schwarber do better because he's the more lovable, jolly man, where Soto left a bad taste in everyone's mouth, and people want to shit on. He does the shuffle. He's more of a fucking stunad in that regard, and Schwarber's like this jolly guy. But I think I like Soto's production a little bit more, and I will. So
this is where
he reminds me a lot of Harper's first year in Philly.
Oh yeah, Harper's first year in Philly, he was just like lightning in a bottle. He the second half, kind of what Soto's doing right now, had an insane second half. I'll give Soto credit, but he's not better than Schwarber this year. Soto, like Schwarber has 13 home runs and 29 RBIs on Juan Soto right there, right now. There it is. Conversation done. That's a lot. That's a lot of production. 30-30, there's nothing against a 30-30 season, because we're small ball fans. That's not so much small ball, but I love seeing. We talked about how when you're slumping, like when Bryce Harper's slumping, we love seeing him steal bags now. Well, guess what? That's all Soto did when he was slumping. He was stealing bags, getting on base. He was still being productive in a sense. So we shit on Soto a lot in the beginning of the year because we saw blood in the water and we wanted to attack. But now that he's having a better year, we got to give him a little bit of credit now, which I think you are. You're giving him a lot more credit, but I'm not willing to put him over Schwarber.
And I hate to do this because I hate WAR, but Soto has him in WAR.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, and he plays the field. He plays the field. So I mean,
he does. He plays the field.
And that's the argument though that people have used against the Ohtanis or even the Schwarbers. Like, oh, they're just DHs. You know, they don't play the field. People have used those arguments a lot, and now I'm just resurfacing that.
Here's another thing that I'll say.
I want to see Schwarber get love, but Soto, like I said, very comparable to Harper. I think it was 2019, his first year in Philly, right? Signs this massive deal. He's supposed to be this fucking guy, stinks at first, was getting booed at first,
Yeah.
right? And then very quietly, once that noise simmers down, very quietly goes about his business and puts together a very good, well-rounded season. I still think to this day, that's Harper's first year in Philly is actually a career high in ribbies. Now we're seeing shit with Soto and stolen bait. Like, we're seeing similarities a little bit.
But here's also another thing where the difference, where it differs. Soto's got another guy doing everything but the stolen bases on his team too, and his name's Pete Alonso. He's only 5 home runs behind.
Schwarber has a guy doing everything but the home runs. His name's Turner.
Yeah, that's true, 100%. The RBIs and the home runs.
Okay, well, runs scored and
he's got Turner. We haven't talked about Turner enough. He's having an extraordinary year this year, but I'm saying more so where the Soto year differs from the Harper year back then. Because it was just Harper.
Yeah, they weren't a playoff team then.
Yeah, Soto's got a lot more around him that they actually, which is crazy that you're saying this, but like Pete's having a great year this year too, which I hate giving Pete Alonso credit. I hate it. I hate it more than giving Soto credit. But Pete Alonso's having a great year, so they almost like he's batting behind Soto. They gotta pitch to Soto a little bit because it's like, dude, the top 3 of Lindor, Soto, and Pete. That's scary to a lot of pitchers. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't want to discredit Soto. I think he's having a great year. I just don't think he's anywhere near Schwarber.
Yeah, that's fine. And I'm rooting for Schwarber before I'm rooting for Soto. I just think you can make a case. That's weird that he's 5. That you can make a case that he should be 2. And that was my case there. Also, while we're on the topic, how would you describe Soto's first year in Queens? I guess I described it like similar to Harper's fucking thing. I mean, do you have a word or a fucking sentence? I don't know.
Crazy, I would say. Because he sucked.
Yeah.
He sucked. He was not good.
Everything that we shit on him for, not just us, everybody shit on him for in the first half he's doing the opposite like now.
Yeah, and also somebody who's like everybody just stopped talking about it, and nobody's really shitting on at all.
It's the complete opposite. It's night and day.
Well, also I'm talking the one guy who fell out of the MVP race like crazy is PCA.
Yeah.
PCA just flip-flop with Juan Soto. PCA now is like, I'm pretty sure PCA statistically is one of the worst hitters in baseball in the second half.
Oh, jeez.
And I think were you the one that called it?
Well, we were talking about it. Is could he maintain this stuff?
Yeah.
And I think we were both just like, we don't know because you've never seen it. You got to see like a little bit of
exactly. We didn't see it. We haven't seen a full season. Do I think he's going to be fine in the long run? Yes. But like his average is down to 250. He's going to be a 30-30 guy this year, most likely, which is still fantastic. But that's just a credit to how good of a first half he had this year.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's a huge part of that came in the first half.
And we don't want to root against this guy. We love seeing young stars do it. We love seeing young guys do it. MLB was like 100% going to be the face of the league. Like MLB was trying to make him 100%.
MLB fucking likes to jump out of their shoes for that shit. And how does it ever work out? Very rarely do they hit the nail on the head.
I know.
But even with like in terms of like Soto, like really quick, like even when people were shitting on him for like lack of hustle and all that shit. Now we fast forward. Now we're talking about him being potentially a 30-30 guy.
Mm-hmm.
So everything from the first half is completely opposite. It's night and day from that. Let's just keep that apple in the hole. And I still want to see the Mets fall out. And I would love to see Schwarber having finished the season on top and surpass Ohtani. I don't know how you can surpass Ohtani because Ohtani is a fucking Swiss Army knife, but whatever.
I mean, the only thing Schwarber really has over him right now, and I think it's the only thing, is he's got, oh my God, like 34 more RBIs than Ohtani and 4 more home runs. But like Ohtani's got him in every other category.
How about this though? How about this for food for thought? Phillies would be the 2 seed right now and get a bye in the first round. Dodgers would be the 3 seed and have to, as of right now, would play the Mets, the 6 seed.
Would be a fantastic matchup.
Well, here's
great
the
first
thing.
round matchup.
If you take Ohtani off the Dodgers, are they good enough to continue to be like a 3 seed and win the division and be a few games ahead of the Padres? I think maybe, yeah. If you take Schwarber off of the Phillies, are they a first place team and a 2 seed and get a bye? I don't know. So
I think both of them. I think both of the teams would probably be fighting for the playoffs. I think if you take Ohtani and Schwarber off, it's not a foregone conclusion that they're making the playoffs.
Well, that's why I think that's what Schwarber is to the Phillies. That's how valuable. Where the Dodgers, I don't know, they have star power. They have, I don't know.
They too, but like Mookie Betts has been having a down year.
Yeah,
Teoscar Hernandez, or I always say it, Teoscar.
Well,
Teoscar Hernandez has a down year the second half as well.
They did have all-star finalists at like each position. And how many all-stars made the team? They might have had 2 or 3 starters.
They did. Like Freeman's still there, obviously. They have the pitching staff of stars. Will Smith was talking about a batting title there for a while. You know, they do have the stars. I still think they make the playoffs, but I think it's a lot different of a story if you take Ohtani off that team.
Okay.
Because you think about it, when they're struggling, this is the same thing how it was with Schwarber and the Phillies. They kept them around. Schwarber kept them in games, winning games with his bat alone when we were struggling. When everybody else, when Harper looked like shit, when Stott couldn't like even see the baseball coming out of the pitcher's hand, when Marsh sucked, Marsh was injured, Castellanos sucked, JT wasn't hitting the baseball. Schwarber was the one consistent the entire year.
He was. And I will say this, last thing on Schwarber and Soto, 257. I think part of the reason Soto's not getting love, 257 is bad for Soto.
Yeah,
249 is incredible for Schwarber. So that's just also the difference in play.
Yeah.
But either way, okay, let's go to. Mets are getting too much airtime. I wouldn't mind skipping this part, but no, I want to pick your brain here because Jonah Tong made his MLB debut Friday. 5 innings pitched, 1 earned, 6 Ks to no walks. He gets a win. And his name's not McLean. I was calling him Lightning McLean. I know why people don't call him that. It's because his name's not McLean. It's spelled McLean. It's not pronounced that way. I'm going to call him Nolan McLean because I don't know how to say it. But he pitches tonight at Detroit, pitcher-friendly ballpark. He's been really good, McLean, in like maybe 3 starts or whatever. Now Jonah Tong is a young guy that they just called up, looked good in his debut. These young, we kind of were scared a little bit, questioning this Mets staff. Do you think these young guys are enough to kind of help this Mets staff out? Is it enough to help their staff, give them that extra juice?
I don't know if it's going to be enough, but I want to give a credit to their front office for not being scared to bring these guys up. They said, we need help. Guess what? We got it in our own organization. Let's bring these guys up. Let them loose. You know, fuck it almost. Like, what do we have? What do we have to lose? Because our staff isn't getting it done the second half. God, I hate giving the Mets love like this, dude. I hate it. But you got to give him credit where credit's due. Jonah Tong's got a little bit of a cool story that he has his motion because of he was screwing with his dad, being Tim Lincecum back in the day. And it's cool because we haven't heard any of these young guys kind of idolize Tim Lincecum like he was. And when we were young, dude, Tim Lincecum was awesome. He was weird. Call him the freak. Like he was awesome. So it's good to see somebody idolizing him. I hate that it's a Mets player, but like, got to give these guys some love. Don't know if it's going to be enough though, because a lot of the times when these guys come up, they do pitch very well right off the bat, and then people start to see them a little more. You scout them a little bit more now, and you see different tendencies and stuff like that. So we got to give them. Let's revisit this come the middle of September and see what we say.
Yeah, we'll see how McLean looks. McLean just pitch against the Phils?
Yeah, he kicked our ass.
I thought that was the outing he was going to get shelled.
No, he pitched really well against us.
He is bound to get an ass whooping one of these days.
But, I mean, even Mizorowski's got an ass whoopings.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, so it's going to happen. The only person who really did it because he was generational is Steens, and he's even had some down starts. Like, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. McLean against Philly was arguably his best outing. He went 8 scoreless.
He was unbelievable, dude.
Maybe tonight he gets shelled. Maybe we put all the mortgage on the Tigers the Tigers offense or whatever. Because maybe Detroit, because I think the Mets won yesterday. McLean's due to get shelled, and he's pitched really well in 3 outings. He's 3-0, and Tong now looks good. So we'll see. I don't know if these guys even start playoff games really, but to get their feet wet and then come out of the pen in playoff series or be available when their number is called, deepen the staff, give them some more arms to rely on, because Lord knows they need it. So good, like you said, we can give them credit, but don't know if it's enough time to really go put all our cards in on these young pitchers. But maybe the future's a little bright there, which we hate to say. Enough about the Mets. Jacob Marcy, same division, though. Marlins guy. I don't know if we talked about Jacob Marcy, but we do have a dirty dog alert. Jacob Marcy. I don't know what I have to say about Jacob Marcy, but I'd like to give a guy flowers. We've been talking a little bit about dirty dogs, and these are just dudes on teams that are not going to contend. Maybe they get lost in the weeds. Maybe no one's paying attention to the Marlins this time of year unless they're playing spoiler. I think the Marlins also, it's like Marlins Nationals this week or some shit. So like no one's watching the fucking game. But Jacob Marcy should get his be thrown around because he's been a stud. So I'll fucking shout him out. Carlos Santana signed by the Cubs. We talked about him when he got I guess put on waivers, whatever he fucking happens. And we were going through some of these teams because Nathaniel Lau just had something similar, right? He gets released by the Nationals, a team who's not going to make the playoffs. And then they trying to go a different direction right now. Red Sox pick Lau up because they're in need of a first baseman. Well, something similar happened shortly after with Carlos Santana. And we were like, well, I don't know if anyone sees any need for this guy. Well, meanwhile, the Cubbies did it, and they picked him up over the weekend. I guess cool. I don't know. He's a switch hitting bat. He can DH, play first.
I know it's
rosters expand. Maybe the veteran.
Yeah, it's just a veteran presence, guy who's been there, done that. And I mean, I guess the Cubs have some young guys who haven't been there in October, so it's good to have that veteran presence. But like, I thought he was just going to hang it up, if I'm being completely honest.
That's what we said. We were kind of going through. We're like, I don't know who would need this guy, but
he loves the game. He's a fan of the game. He loves the game. Got to give him. We love guys like that.
Cubs see something in him, so that's cool because they are obviously trying to punch their ticket to October. They are 5.5 back in the Central. A win today would put them at 80 wins. Maybe Santana can be a contributor. Another guy who got claimed off of waivers, Ha-Seong Kim. Bye-bye. He barely played with Tampa Bay. Kind of made a splash for him in the offseason. He was like hurt all year. Then he comes back. Didn't hear a single damn thing about him.
No.
He gets put on waivers. The Braves claim him off of waivers. This matters less because none of these teams that we're talking about in this conversation are playoff teams, but the Braves have been in need of a shortstop, so I don't know if they hang on to him or what the fuck they do, but that's just another thing that's going around the league. And Ha-Seong Kim, remember, he was good with the Padres not that long ago. All right.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good pick. I'm surprised they just released him like that.
Yeah, they didn't give a fucking shit.
They
have a lot of middle infielders over there.
They do, but I'm still pretty shocked.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the Braves. The Braves are doing weird things. They're getting weird. They got like Eric Fettuccini at the deadline. So
yeah, it tends to work out for those fuckers too. So
yeah, they've actually been playing better ball. I think they lost yesterday, but they're playing better ball lately. And it's just like, why do they pick now to play their best baseball of the season? You know what I mean? It's same with the Orioles. Either way, yeah, too little, too late, and that's something we established a little while ago. Oh, not dirty dog. I'm talking about these cheeky bastards, Sean. Here's some guys. Cheeky bastard alert. 3 cheeky bastards. I like when more cheeky bastards start to, enter the fraternity of cheeky bastards. It's fun. Maikel Garcia. I think he's still going to be 5 homers shy of a 2020 season.
Having a great year.
Great season.
Great
year. He was an all-star. Bryce Terang having a great season. I think he homered yesterday. Puts him 3 homers shy of a 2020 season. Gerardo Perdomo, who we haven't talked about enough, 5 homers shy of a 2020 season. All of these guys are all similar in the sense that they're all infielders at the age of 25 season, and they've all set career highs in homers this year. Fun fact, Bryce Terang, 2 stolen bases shy of 100. He's only like 25. So good little ball player there. All 25 infielders set career highs in homers this year, so you're seeing the power numbers increase. Maikel Garcia, 5 homers shy of 2020. Terang, 3. Perdomo, 5. They all have the stolen bases. Who gets it done? Who's a lock to get it done? If they all get it done, but who's a lock? Or who does, who doesn't? Cheeky Bastards 2020 season, Sean. What do you think?
I don't know if Terang will get it, and you know what? Terang, I think is the only one who will get it. I don't know if Perdomo or Maikel Garcia will. 5 home runs for them in the final month is kind of a lot. Like they're not known power hitters, but just because they didn't get 2020 done, fantastic years for them. You just touched on it. They're young guys. So it's fun to see all middle infielders, like you said. Well, I think Garcia's playing third, right?
Yeah, he bounces around predominantly third.
Yeah, but these are guys we're going to see around for a while because also another thing they have in common, good gloves. Good gloves too. Defensively, they're doing well, and now offensively, they're getting it done too. So definitely some cheeky bastards.
Cheeky bastards. I think Terang can. I mean, he's been crushing in the power department since the All-Star break. He's really found his power swing, and he's 3 homers shy of 2020. I'd love to see that. He stole 50 bags last year. I really liked him then. And he continues to do it. He might have won a Gold Glove last year and stole 50 bags, and now he's taken that next leap in terms of finding his power stride, and also his batting average looks really good.
He might have got robbed this year of an All-Star, honestly. When he was playing, he's free. He had
you gotta give it to Brandon Donovan,
I know. But he's been having. I mean, that we talked about this before. That Central they've got 3 all-star shortstops right there. Horner being a Gold Glover every single year. Turang now is coming onto the scene as being one of the better second basemen in the whole entire league. But then Donovan had a great. But also 2 other guys I wanted to note on who are close to 2020. It's probably going to be their first 2020 year. 2 young guys again. Wyatt Langford is 2 stolen bases away.
Love
and then Butler, Lawrence Butler over with the A's, 2 home runs and 3 stolen bags away.
Nice. I love that you brought up
other young guys.
I was going to make a note for Langford, but I was like, I'm going to keep the theme of these infielders.
Yeah.
But Langford, good point. He's
2 of them, 2 of those guys who listen. That's we always talk about the
quiet Langford. He's been a little quiet.
Yes, he
quietly doing it.
Had a great start. Was it a start? I think it was the start of the year.
Like dude.
Yeah, but we'll see.
And also Texas, we'll see how we're going to talk more about them and see what's going on because they've been, what are they, like 1.5 back now?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it without Corey Seager, so we'll see. But yeah, I agree. I like to see Turang do it. Perdomo, and my last thing there, we'll go to our next segment. Perdomo is cool because he got extended. His contract got extended earlier in the season. And I don't know. You ever see a dude, especially on a team that's not performing, gets more money, and then might be having his best season ever. So
we got to remember, Diamondbacks still have guys. They might have traded 2 away, but they still got dudes over there. Like they're not gonna be an afterthought next year.
Yeah,
they're gonna be good next year.
And I think we forget about some. Like I think Perdomo's a guy we tend to forget about at times. Great season he's having. Gabby Moreno behind the dish. You can't forget about some of these cats. All right, so we play a little cool or not cool. Some of this stuff happened over the weekend. I think it all happened over the weekend. Let's start with your buddy. We haven't talked about this yet, Walker Buehler. So I guess what's not cool, or maybe it is cool, depending if you're a Red Sox fan or not. Maybe if you're a Red Sox fan, you're saying he should have been released. Maybe if you're a Red Sox fan, you're saying I would have liked him out of the bullpen because I think that was the thing, right? But the Red Sox do release him and recall lefty Peyton Tolley or Tolley, whatever the fuck his name is. Made his MLB debut Friday versus Skeens. Got a no decision, but pitched pretty well. So I don't know. I guess that's cool. If you're a Red Sox fan, you're saying, fuck it, we don't want Walker Buehler. Let's give these young guys a shot. That is their mantra this year is young guys. Well, anyway, the Phillies had Walker Buehler on Sunday. I like that a lot. I thought he was going to be a reliever. I thought that was cool. Now I think they intend to use him as a starter. I don't know if I love that as much, but what do you think?
I don't like him as a starter. I would like him as a long reliever.
Yeah.
But here's why I think it's cool. Because if Walker Buehler comes to Philly and completely embraces the Philly, we finally have a psychopath.
Yep.
Like I need this guy to bring like when we play the Mets in September, I want him to hit Pete Alonso in the head. Like, because Walker Buehler will get the ball and just look to shove and does not care where the ball goes. Like, he wants to start shit. He wants to be that fiery guy. So I think it's cool in that aspect. Would rather him not start ball games, but we'll see how it goes. He definitely didn't do well with the Red Sox. If you're a Red Sox fan, you're probably happy he's gone, if I'm being completely honest. But listen, if he comes in and he goes and he brings that fire, then I love it.
Yeah, he's a fiery guy. So it's good to see a nutcase like that. And by the playoffs, maybe he's just out of the pen anyway. You bring him
well, that's what I think the whole plan is. I think they're going to use it to take innings off of our guys, the back end here. And then hopefully he'll be the long reliever come October.
Yeah, and maybe change of scenery. Sometimes it's as simple as that. Change of scenery is good for him. He's still in a play. I mean, Red Sox are still a playoff contending team. They'll probably make it, but now he's on a first-place team, so maybe that's a little bit better for him, too. Who the fuck knows? Okay, Cal Raleigh in August. Finally said his name right. I always say Cal Raleigh. Cal Raleigh. Trying to work on that. Cal Raleigh in August. He's hitting maybe this doesn't take into consideration. No, I guess it does take his whole August. I don't know if this doesn't take his last day of August, but I think it does. Cal Raleigh, 177 batting average with a 759 OPS. 6 singles, 3 doubles, 8 home runs. So the power was still there, but only 6 singles in the whole month of August. Hence the reason why his batting average was below the Mendoza line. What's Mendoza? 200? Or what's
Mendoza? I would assume so. 200, yeah.
100? Okay, good. So it was below that. Anyway, maybe not that cool, or maybe that was cool. Anyway, his MVP odds have improved significantly this month or last month, August. That's per C Smitty NY on X. So his MVP odds improved, but the numbers weren't beautiful in August. Maybe that has something to do with Judge strictly DHing, Judge getting a little bit banged up, Judge also, taking a while to kind of get play better post injury, but not like Raleigh has like since like come out the gate ripping in August. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think this is a credit to also the milestones he's hit this August. Like he hit 50, he's at 50. First, what do we say? First switch hitter.
Yep.
First, like in a long time.
And he passed the catcher mark.
And the catcher mark and stuff like that. Like he's had some crazy, like he put his names with some of the legends basically right now, right? So that's why he's gone up in the MVP voting. I don't think it's any discredit to what Judge is doing. I mean, Judge is kind of, like you said, had a slower August as well. Not as slow as Cal Riley, but the only reason it's gone up is because of the milestones he hit.
I think it's the milestones, and then the only other guy in the conversation, Judge got banged up. Judge is just DH, which people bring up. That's why I brought it up with Schwarber earlier. People do bring that up. But it's still Judge's MVP to lose. But Cal making a little. I mean, if he would have made, because like this shit could change on like a weekly basis. That's why I'm okay with putting in my Soto argument. I'm okay with putting him higher than Schwarber now until something happens. You know what I mean? Because Schwarber, when he goes on these tears, and it's like it's crazy. So like it can fluctuate, and I think this is one of those reasons, or one of the opportunities where it could maybe fluctuate a little bit here. But Cal probably could have made it a little bit more neck and neck, but he had a bad August, and Judge had a bad August for his own purposes, right? Injuries and just
bad August, and he's still hitting 324.
Yeah, which is crazy. Let's talk about your buddy Bryce. He wore those attaboy cleats against the Braves not that long ago. I guess that was a weekend set against the Braves, right? The Phillies lose, and the Phillies are now 0-2, and Bryce wears his rivalry apparel.
I just want him to stop. It's a good idea, right? Like you think about it, but it's kind of like corny. It's a little too much. Just stop, dude. Please, for the love of God, just stop. It's not great when you're losing them too.
Yeah, and I don't know what his number. He had a really bad Mets game when he wore like the colors, and then the attaboy stuff. Who Arcia's not even on the team anymore.
I know.
Arcia's on no team. Bryce has the last lap. The guy's on DFA'd by like the Rockies or whatever it was. It's cool. I guess you're always trying to sell shit. MLB's gonna back it because Bryce is one of the poster. Well, he did have that altercation with Manfred, but I don't know. Either way, He had a bad Mets game then. I guess I don't know what he did against in that Braves game when he wore those.
I don't think he had a hit.
Well, 0-2. So yeah, the attaboy cleats. It's almost like we want him to be cool because it's like you're playing with a little chip on your shoulder. You want it to be cool. At least he was at home. I think when he did the Mets, he was in Citi Field.
They were in Citi Field, and then they got swept.
So yeah, so it's like, oh shit, like you want to fucking play with a chip on your shoulder. Maybe that's cool. Maybe he's like talking his shit a little bit. And then you're like, you don't even perform when you do it. So like, that's not cool. Maybe stop for like ever. Yeah. Or do it or put it on hold. Do it at the beginning of next season, and then when the games aren't as pivotal, do it in the earlier half of the season.
I think you keep that for other people to buy. You don't wear it yourself.
Yeah, you got to rep them though, or else maybe you rep them one time and then auction them off or something.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Get those out of your locker though ASAP. Get that out of the clubhouse. It's kind of a bad omen. Okay, Andrew Heaney. This is our last cool or not cool. Andrew Heaney DFA'd. I guess that's sex for him. At 120 and a third innings pitch. We talked about Heaney a while back. He got a bonus at like 120, and then another bonus at 130, 140, and so on, and a bigger bonus, I think, at like 150 plus. Well, at a certain point, like right before he hit the 120, they moved him to the bullpen, and I think he was cool or not cool then, and we were like, that sucks, like he gets to 120 out of the pen, then he gets DFA'd, and he had the bonus at 130. Like he very well could have got the 130 bonus, gets DFA'd. I guess that's not cool. Pirates, you suck for that. Either way, I think Heaney does get the last laugh. He got picked up by the Dodgers on Monday, so I guess that's cool. Now he's on a playoff contending team, and this is now his second stint with the Dodgers. Did he win there? He might have won.
He did win. He 100% won. He's away from Bob Nutting. Anybody that gets away from Bob Nutting is a winner. This guy is such a piece of shit. He never wants to pay bonuses ever, and he finds ways to do it every single time. And if that's releasing people, if that's benching him, sending him down to the minors. Like, he always finds a way to not pay his players the bonuses.
And really quick, I was wrong. His only stint with the Dodgers was 22. I thought maybe he was part of like the 2020 team or some shit. He won a World Series with Texas in 23. That's his ring. So
hey, let Andrew Heaney now he goes to the team that doesn't give a shit. They'll pay him. They'll pay him those bonuses.
Yeah, I don't even know. I guess I don't know if they apply. Wait, yeah, I don't know how it happens. I don't know.
I don't think they might not apply. He might just
There's
get
no
screwed.
way it applies. Doesn't apply. But he can battle. He's a lefty, a veteran lefty that the Dodgers can use in various ways. He's on a team with a winning culture. Who's the manager? Dave Roberts is going to use him in ways that fucking Pirates could never do. So he gets the last laugh, I think.
Yeah, he 100% got that. It's absolutely unbelievable to me.
So that's cool, I guess, at the end of the day for him. He doesn't get his bonus, but maybe he gets that. Well, I do think you get bonuses for the farther you get in the playoffs, right? So maybe it all comes out in the wash.
Yeah, we'll see.
Like, don't you get a bonus for going to like the championship series? Like,
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
You get paid for that
I'm almost positive.
Well, there you go, Heaney. So it all works out anyway. And he has a little history with the Dodgers. He had a brief stint, not a champion, but in 2022 was there. Should we play a little fortune teller?
Yes, sir.
Who should we talk about? This is we're gonna give our takes of these teams' futures.
Let's go with the guys who aren't in it. Who aren't in it yet? We'll start with the bottom guys, and then we'll work our way up. So,
okay.
I mean, let's start on the AL side because it gets a little bit more interesting. The Texas Rangers, who we declared dead last week, decided to say, "Fuck you. What do you guys know? You're a bunch of idiots." They're 9-1 with a 6-game win streak in their last 10, sitting 1.5 games out behind the Seattle Mariners. Now, Spin, there's another team we got to talk about. The Kansas City Royals, 2.5 games out. We can't discredit them either because apparently when we declare somebody dead, guess what? They come right back alive. Or like whoever the fuck created Frankenstein.
I think Frankenstein was the doctor, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably. Who knows? I don't give a shit. Kansas City Royals got the Angels, Twins, Guardians for a 4-game set. Phillies, Mariners, Blue Jays, Angels, A's. Not that hard of a schedule for our boys over in Kansas City.
Whoa.
Like, they got the Phillies and they got the Mariners, which will probably be very pivotal series.
You said Blue Jays too?
Yeah, Blue Jays as well. So that stretch right there, that's hard. So they got like half and half, right? That's going to be an important stretch for them. Let's go look at the Mariners schedule. Mariners have Tampa Bay right now, Braves, Cardinals, Angels, Kansas City, Astros, Rockies, Dodgers. That's the Mariners schedule.
It's easier.
100% easier. They got, 100% easier. Then we get to the Rangers. Diamondbacks right now. Astros, Brewers, Mets, Astros, Marlins, Twins, Guardians. So their next like 2 or 3 weeks are going to suck. Astros twice, Brewers, and the Mets. That sucks for our boys over at down in
Houston twice. Yeah, you said Houston.
Yeah. And then they finish it off with the Marlins, Twins, Guardians. So all of these schedules, the Mariners have the easiest schedule of the bunch, without a doubt. But we talked about Cal Riley's struggles. Suarez hasn't looked great in a Mariners uniform. Nailers look decent. But what do you think, Sven? After hearing the schedules, what do you think?
Well, my fortune tellers would predict, well, not a prediction. It's a fucking true thing. I'm fucking know these guys' future. Kansas City, hate to say it, going to come up short. And I I like them. I've been in their corner all year, but I just can't see who they're going to flip-flop with, especially if Texas is there. Now, here's the thing with Texas is that every time I or we or whoever says it, when we pronounce them dead, they get hot again. But when we think that they're on a roll, they start to shit the bed again. So I really can't see them going, finding their way into the playoffs. But I can't see that. But my fucking psychic abilities, the future would entail that Texas and Seattle are going to flip-flop, baby. Seattle is going to be the odd man out, where Texas is going to fill in. Bochy and the boys are going to do it. Seattle It is going to be a disappointing season, and you got to and listen. It could be. I know it's a hot take. I'm sorry. I don't make this shit up. I'm just fucking telling you what I'm seeing in the future. This is what it has. This is what it holds. Seattle. Hate to say it. They do not have. They suck historically. They don't. They don't. I think they have one playoff berth since Y2K. Right. So they fucking struggle to get into the playoffs. They don't do the home stretch well. Where Texas with Bochy might just do it. You talked about Langford. Does he pick up the slack of Corey Seager? I don't know when Seager's supposed to be back, but maybe shit's starting to look up for Texas, and it looks like it. They're the hottest team in baseball right now, at least in the American League. And I think Texas, well, I'm sorry, I don't think, I know, I see it in a crystal ball. Texas surpasses Seattle. They're going to flip-flop. Texas will do enough to hold on. I don't think they go deep. They don't go deep. They'll lose in like the first round probably to a division rival Houston. But Seattle, wow, you did everything in your power, and you're still not going to do it. You stink. Unfortunately, Kansas City, you tried your hardest, but not this year. Texas will prevail over Seattle. Let's go.
So, wow. So the Texas has, I think, I can't tell who's got a harder schedule if it's Texas or the Royals. Now, Texas has got a game on the Royals right now. So, if
it comes down to being that close, then Kansas City has a tougher schedule because they're just the worst team out of the two.
Yeah. So, say the Rangers, they keep it up, right? And they sweep the D-backs right now, right? They sweep the D-backs. And listen, we always talk about Kevin Cash and those pesky Rays over there. Yep. We always talk about them. They could pull out a little something on the Mariners. Braves have been playing better baseball. They want to play spoiler. This is their World Series of playing that's their whole entire. It's playing spoiler teams to get them out. That's not an easy series. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They have a 10-game stint. The Mariners do. 10-game stint. Then after the 10-game stint, they get 1 day off, and guess who they play? The Kansas City Royals. Who the Royals can stay in it. That's going to be a playoff series right there. Oh, I might be with you with Texas, man. I might be in on Texas because this, like the Mariners' schedule looks easy, but it's not. And then at the end of it, now the Dodgers might have it clinched by then. And I think they will, but they're probably going to be fighting for seeding. So a lot of guys still might play. They end their year with the Dodgers. Last series of the year is the Dodgers. So the Dodgers might be fighting for seeding and might still be playing guys. So that's going to be a hard series for them. Give me the Texas Rangers.
And hey, Speaking of Kevin Cash, play a little spoiler. Yes, because yesterday we had a spoiler alert yesterday. Tampa Bay took the first game of that series. So spoiler alert there.
So here's what I'm going to say about Texas. If they make it in, people are going to lose their goddamn minds. Because in no which way, shape, or form has this team done anything to help themselves this year. But guess what? It's not about how good you've been all year. It's about how hot you are at the right time. And guess what? Texas just might be that team getting hot at the right time, man.
They could do it. And they've been very weird all year. And Seattle's kind of been a little bit in charge. And now what a bad time to slip. Like I said, they don't historically do this shit. I mean, they don't really go. I don't know if they're closers in Seattle. I don't know if they're closers.
Cal, you better wake up, Cal.
Yeah, if you want to be an MVP,
better wake up, Cal. You better be an MVP. You want to make playoffs. You want to fight for a ring. You better wake up. And we talked about, and this is is this your first time seeing a video from us watching this too? We do not shit on the Mariners regularly. We have been fans of the Mariners this year. We thought they were the best team after the trade deadline. We love their staff. We like what Cal's doing. He's been a fan of Cal's for the past 2 years. Every single
Brian
year.
Wu too. I'm a Wu
and Brian Wu.
Warrior.
We're huge. Yeah, we're huge Wu Warriors over here. But guess what? We're just stating facts at this point.
Yeah. And hey, I know we spoke a lot of high. I'm going to go to a team that I want to tell their fortune really quick. We talked highly about the Mets, so let me shit on them because their future doesn't look too bright in Queens. They're going to make the playoffs because, listen, there's 6 teams make it, and the top 6 teams if you put it this way, the best 6 teams in the National League currently own a playoff spot, right? Like, sorry, Cincinnati, I wish you could have done more and bumped the Mets, but they got so close, and then they just were so close, but yet so far when they were like as close as a half game back. and they just kept losing. And even when the Mets were losing, they were losing. Well, the Mets are going to have a pretty decently secured spot since he's only 4 games back, but Mets will punch their ticket to October as the 6th seed. The Dodgers will win their division, but the Dodgers aren't going to be as good as the Brewers or Phillies. So those are your top 2 seeds. The Dodgers will win their division, making them a 3 seed, which means that the Mets will be playing the Dodgers in the wild card round in Chavez Ravine. Mets are going to get swept in that wild card round in 2 games. It's a 3-game set, so they got to win 2 games. They're going to get swept in those 2 games. This is what the future holds for the Mets, and Mets fans know it because they're used to it. They see it year and time and time again, with the exception of last year. But the Mets will go back to their wicked ways with arguably a better team than what they had last year with Soto and company. They will get swept in that wild card round. The Dodgers will roll out Yamamoto and Snell, and it'll be no match for – or maybe they – will roll out Yamamoto and Glass now because they'll save Snell after they win the first game. And it'll be no match for the Mets pitching. They will crumble. Maybe you'll see the contributors for the Mets run into a few homers, but it won't be enough. Dodgers will sweep the Mets in that wild card round, and the Mets playoff hopes or the World Series hopes or their run will be very short. Bye Mets.
I like that, but I don't want to discredit how good I think the wild card round series is going to be. Padres, Cubs, Dodgers, Mets. Those are 4 really, really, really good teams that are going to be facing off against each other.
Okay, we'll do the other 2 wild card. What does the future have in store for that Cubs Padres, if that even is the series? I figured it might.
What do you think it's going to be?
Future has in store that it is Cubs Padres in Wrigley.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Which is what it stands right now. So that's not like a crazy thing.
And guess what? I think the Padres take that series.
Oh,
I think the Padres take that series. The 1-2 punch. Now, granted, Cubs 1-2 punch is good pitching wise. I think it goes to 3 though, and the Padres can roll out the better third pitcher than the Cubs can.
Because Michael King will be back by then.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm kind of in on the Padres a little bit more. Granted, you got Kyle Tucker in there. PCA's been struggling, though. So is Suzuki. Suzuki's been struggling also on top of that. But guess what? The Padres are firing on all cylinders. O'Hearn and Laureano have been lights out for them. Machado's having a great year. Tatis is having a down year, and they're still this good. A down year for Tatis.
He just got banged up, didn't he?
Yeah, but
what happened to him?
Guess what? You roll out Pivetta, King, and I don't even who would be their third actually.
Darvish
probably. I'm gonna roll with that. Even though Darvish hasn't been great, I'm gonna still roll with him. What about you?
Well, King, Pivetta, Darvish. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
You don't want Cease in that mix.
No, we do not want that.
Cease. Yeah, that's what it'll do. And you gotta love their bullpen too. I agree with you. I think that's what their future holds. I think the Padres they play some tough. They're sick and tired of being like these low seeds too. They play some pretty fighting baseball. Even last year in the playoffs, they played the Dodgers very hard, and the Dodgers were just bigger and badder. But they played a very good series.
Well, dude, every year the Padres play good, talented guys year in and year out in the playoffs, and they just run into somebody who's just playing better than them, and that's all the playoffs is. In all honesty, you run into somebody eventually who's just better, and that's what it has been.
You could have made the case that at the time last year, the Padres were the best team in baseball. I've heard like Kike Hernandez say something like, "We've got through the best team at the time, which was the Padres, then the hottest team, which was the Mets, and then we ran into the Yankees." That's him talking shit on the Yankees, but the Padres were very good. Everyone remembers that.
And also the year before, 2 years before that, when they played the Phillies.
Yeah. They were a 5 seed. That went on,
and they were on fire. They were on fire that year.
So I think they're sick and tired of going to be like this 5 seed. They don't see themselves as a 5 seed. They'll come into Wrigley, and we'll see what happens in that first game. But I do think it goes all 3. Padres, I do think, can roll out the better arms deeper, and even if they fucking struggle down the road, like if Darvish gives you 5 innings, like their bullpen can compensate. And also, I think the only reason that the Cubbies are going to win a game is because they would have home field advantage, so they'd have the little upper edge. But I think the Padres would be playing better baseball, and then they'd be ready to fucking fight in that next round. They'll be coming out the gate very seasoned, if you will. You know what I mean? They'll have a little bit of a playoff series behind them, and then they'll roll into that division series. Some may say that's a better thing. That's a better way to go about it. People like the buy. Here's the thing. Do the Phillies fortune? What do they look like? Because last year was the first time in the past 3 years when they've been making the playoffs. Last year was the first time they had a bye, and they did not look good.
They will play the Dodgers in the championship round. And then I have no idea how it will go after that.
I like it.
I have no idea how it will go after that. When you get two juggernauts like that facing off, how can you tell what's going to happen?
No Wheeler, but maybe
No
Walker
Wheeler.
Buehler against his former team.
That'd be cool. And I actually saw a lot of Dodgers fans when this happened. Gave Walker Buehler a lot of credit for how he pitched, how he performed, and how he competed when he was with the Dodgers. So
yeah, good story too, because he was like on a major injury.
Yeah, and gave it all out there, put it all out there.
He pitched at the World Series. Did he get the final out of the World Series? I think he might have.
Yeah, something like that.
So good for him, and that'll be interesting. The Phillies are an interesting case because they go to the World Series as a 6 seed. They lose in the championship round as a 4 seed. And then last year as a 2 seed, they don't go past the division round. So that trend is going to be broken this year because they'll probably be, they will be, I'm seeing the future. They will be a 2 seed again. You have to believe that they get past it.
And if they don't, you won't see me for like at least 2 months.
You're going into hiding?
At least 2 months. I'll go into hiding.
Well, this little fortune teller there, those are some good ones. Do you want to do a quick look ahead to see what's going on? The Mets did beat the Tigers, and that's why I think McLean tonight is due to get fucking shelled. I'd fucking put the mortgage on it, baby.
Yeah, we can do a quick one, just with some top teams, real quick.
Top team shit. McLean due to get his panties blown off, or was that a phrase? His doors blown off. McLean, get out of here. He's due. He's due to get shelled. And the Tigers
tonight against the Tigers. So Mets got the Tigers. Tigers still have a commanding lead. I don't think they've clinched yet, but they're probably pretty damn close. Like I would say in the next 2 weeks.
Detroit.
Yeah, probably. But that's just because the Royals are 9 games out.
Yep. They'll be the first team to clinch, probably.
Yeah, probably. Just not even the best team, but the best record. But it's just because of their division. But then Philly at Milwaukee, obviously last night I talked about, that was the best win of Philly's year. That last night with the battling, brought damn near a tear to my eye watching all those guys go to work. But they got
an off day today. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, so the Brewers requested that because, and I honestly, rightfully so, they've played 18 games in 19 days. So that's a lot. So they deserve this day off. The Brewers really do deserve this day off. Nola Quintana and Suarez Peralta, good pitching matchup on Thursday, man.
Phillies will have their work cut out for him. We'll see how Nola looks. He's got to continue to go, and then
there's no playoff series right here.
It is
playoff series, and I like how they fought yesterday. It shows a lot of heart. That maybe the heart's back in the clubhouse. So we love that.
I like when they score runs and when it's not too live and die by the homer. It's timely hitting and shit like that.
Every 10 days they remember how to play some small ball, and it looks fantastic.
Yeah, we'll see. With Nola on the bump, let's go Aaron. He's got to fucking find it. Look at his last outing. Was it his last outing, Washington?
Yeah.
So that was good. Suarez Freddie is a cool matchup, but Freddie is the ace, and he's been
awesome this year.
Spectacular. He's going to get Cy Young votes. So there's that.
We could do Atlanta, Chicago next. Chicago's sitting. Let me look real quick. 5.5 games out of Milwaukee. 5 games up in the wild card, though. They look to. Atlanta looks to play spoiler. We're talking about it. This is all they want. All they want to do right now.
Spoiler alert. Ozzy Albies is like the hottest player in like the last few weeks. Fucking Michael Harris is like the hottest player since the All-Star break. It's just picked a weird time to get going, but they could be spoilers.
And I hate Atlanta, but I would love to see him play spoiler. Not against the Phillies, though. Everybody else they can do. But then some more NL teams. Padres are playing Baltimore while the Dodgers are playing Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and Baltimore, another spoiler.
Yeah, and you got then you got the Dodgers at Pittsburgh right now. Dodgers looking to extend that league. San Diego looking to stay in the fight. Do we even want to talk about Cincinnati?
Oh, well, they're playing Toronto, so I guess you have to. But Cincy is playing spoiler against Toronto there. What is the
I know,
deal?
and listen, if the Mets start to suck again,
Yankees 2.5 back out of this first though.
Yeah, the Mets start to suck again, and Cincinnati can put a win streak here together. They can bring it right back to where they were in the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't even talk about this, but the Mets swept the Phillies, brought themselves back in within shouting distance, and guess what? They're right back to 6 games again behind. So, like, nothing's impossible if they can string together some wins here. And with the Reds staff, maybe they can. They just got to hit the baseball.
Yeah, there's some interesting matchups though. Lodolo's been pitching well.
Yeah,
for like a guy who like no one talks about, and then he's going against Barrios. So we'll see Bieber on Wednesday. We'll see what he looks like at Cincy.
Is that his second start or third?
I guess it's his third or fourth. Third. I don't fucking know. I can't keep track of these guys. Looks like his third.
But then you talked about it. Boston, Cleveland's traveling to Boston. Boston just won. Then you get Crochet on Tuesday, and they're not sure who they're throwing on Wednesday. But Boston's looking to gain some ground back on the Yanks.
They are right there.
Are they?
The Yankees got them by a cunt hair.
Okay, so they're right there.
But they're both 2.5 back behind Toronto.
So that's interesting. We'll keep an eye on that. That's going to be a seeding race there. I mean, maybe if the Reds can get business done in Toronto, it's going to make it even more interesting.
Yes,
but who are the Yankees?
Fortune teller alert. The future in the AL East. Yankees win it. Boston 2. Toronto falls to 3. All make the playoffs.
That'd be crazy. That'd be absolutely nuts. Who do the Yankees have? Houston.
And Houston also had a rare Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday series.
Oh, a little 4-gamer.
Little 4-game, but it went from Friday to Monday, which is weird. They split the series against the Angels. Now they got the Yankees coming to town today. Freedom Framber on TBS.
Important for both of them. Houston wants to gain some more ground on the struggling Mariners, while the Yankees, they want to take first, baby. They want to take first and get the hell away from Boston, while Boston's got an easy matchup in the Guardians. Hey, Cleveland fans, how you doing?
How you doing, Cleveland? Yeah, they stink, huh?
How you doing, Cleveland?
I even had Cleveland being a second-place team at the beginning, missing the playoffs, but finishing in second.
Yeah.
And now this Cleveland fan's making me hate you. So,
yeah.
Sorry.
Guess what? Sucks to suck. And then, finally, talk about them a lot today. Seattle facing Tampa Bay, lost the first one. Tampa Bay playing spoiler. Woo broke a streak of at least 6 innings pitched in his last start. Kind of sad. We're Woo Warriors over yonder. Love, but he'll bounce back. But going up against very good Rasmussen.
Yeah, Woo and Rasmussen are fucking low-key motherfuckers, and Woo's the better one. I mean, he was the all-star, but Rasmussen, low-key motherfucker. That's going to be a good pitching matchup today, like an under-the-radar one.
Yeah, well, we love it, but that's
also Kirby and Adrian Hauser Wednesday, another sneaky one. So maybe we'll see a little spoiler fucking alert. Tampa Bay and Kevin Cash could take care of business. Hauser, sub-3 ERA type of guy this year.
I don't think the standings are going to move a whole lot, but I'm interested to see how they look come Friday.
Yeah, do we care about – we talked a lot about KC and Texas as it is, but I guess we don't give a shit. Texas won 7-5 in 10 innings. They had a similar game to the Phillies yesterday. Timely hitting, guys doing their job. Mm-hmm. So we'll see if that's a good brand of baseball to play down the stretch, especially when Corey Seager's out and Semion's out, ain't he?
Probably. I mean, but those Simeon's been shit all year for him, so it might be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, so now you got these young guys. They're just saying fuck it, and they're doing it. Maybe they got a lot of cheeky bastards or dirty dogs. I don't know which is which. They got some dirty dogs in Texas.
All right, man. Well, that's our look ahead.
How do you like that? I guess are we doing a Wednesday?
Yeah, we can do it Wednesday. You want to do it tomorrow?
Yeah, we got back-to-back post Labor Day shit. Guess can't wear white shirts. No. That only works for shirts.
Yeah, no, hats play. Hats still play.
Yeah, shoes works.
Yeah. Oh yeah, always white shoes. It was always white shoes.
It was sweatshirts.
Yeah, I think it's just dressy. You're really dressy. Like when you're dressy with it.
I think if you wear a white sweatshirt, you're really fucking pushing it.
Hey, well, we do what we want. All right.
That's true. That's true. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Sean is in the moment.
Baseball.